Alice the lawyer, Angela the writer, Nancy the painter couldn't have been tighter. No college friends had futures that were brighter. Never apart, joined at the heart. Came to New York, took off and never drifted. Alice was smart and Angela was gifted. Nancy made art that made you feel uplifted. That's how we started friends. We were so lucky coming here as friends. But would we always be so? How could you know? Angela's dad hired Alice as a lawyer. Nancy found Angie someone to employ her. Alice and Nancy's paintings in her foyer. And we could see, still we were friends like the friends that your friends ought to be. 1 year later, Angela wrote all day in her pajamas. Nancy was painting scenery at the mama. Alice is crowding trips to the Bahamas. Off on our own, joined at the phone. Angie met Paul, to whom she took a fancy. Nancy met Paul at a party on the Lancey. Alice met Paul at home in bed with Nancy, which truly strained us friends. It wasn't easy trying to stay friends. But would we sort it all out? How could you doubt? Alice, the lawyer, moved to the Dakota. Nancy gave up, went back to Minnesota. Alice's life has changed just one iota. She's now drug-free. Still we were friends like the friends that your friends ought to be. 10 years later, Angela still writes stories in her attic. Nancy's a vegetarian fanatic. Alice says only girls were democratic. For a night, boy do we fight. Angela's husband has the charm of hero. Alice's husband calls St. Paul a hero. Everyone thinks that Nancy's is a zero, but still we're right here, friends. We have reunions now because we're friends. For as we start to grow old, life can get cold. Sorry I'm late, it's wonderful to see you. You're looking great, that I can guarantee. Though it is true I wouldn't want to be you, it's still us three in harmony. Isn't it all an improbable plot? Nothing in common, but look what we've got. I wouldn't like you and friends we were not, but you have me. These are my friends. You haven't changed a bit. These are my friends. Who are these people? Still we were friends like the friends that your friends ought to be.
Now, the man, he's the one that makes all the rules. Now, he's the one that brings you down. Now, how does that make you feel? That's right. When the world has screwed you and crushed you in its fist, when the way you're treated has got you good and pissed, there's been one solution since the world began. Don't just sit and take it, stick it to the man. Rant and rave and scream and shout, get all of your aggression out. They try to stop you, let them know exactly where they all can go, and do it just as loudly as you can. Stick it to the man. Am I right? Parents overwork ya.
Stick it to the man.
Hate the way they jerk ya.
Stick it to the man.
Tired of the system.
Stick it to the man.
Rise up and resist them.
Stick it to the man. Break the rules, ignore the signs and color way outside the line. Go off the script, you punch from life. They hate it, make you take a hike.
Why live your life by someone else's plan?
Stick it to the man.
If you're feeling angry, then put it into your music. revolution.
Since the world began,
Don't just sit and take it.
stick it to the man. Raise the flame and scream and shout and stick your middle finger out and clap your root and rip your teeth and show 'em what rebellion means. We're marching someone else's caravan. Yeah, especially those who are so much cooler than. Yeah, it's time to throw some stuff against the fan.
There's no way you can stop the school of rock.
Stick it to the man. My life, never thought I'd get a second chance. I thought I was done, and I met you. No, I never dreamed I could learn how to love again. I placed my bet, and you came through. I somehow still lost. I somehow always do. This time feels new. Thank you for finding me and thank you for the care. And I hate you for making me think that this life might be fair. You promised to love me, a promise you kept. And I won't be sorry that you said to leave and I left. I won't regret what I did then, though it hurts me more than I can imagine back when. I'll say even so, I'd love you all over again. Am I always starting over every brand new morning? Am I always back at one after all I've done? 'Cause I burned all my bridges and learned every last lesson too. So how can I start new? I love our children fiercely and well. When they ask about you, corny those stories I tell. And I won't regret the life I didn't lead. I knew you, I loved you. Let that be all that I need. Say that it's fate, say it's foretold. I'm through with fighting and I'm much too old. But the cards of the game I'll take and I'll learn to be bold. Am I always starting over every brand new morning? Am I always back at one after all I've done? We can live a life for tomorrow or grieve all that we thought we knew. Make each moment new. All that has happened is happening now. All that might happen is here somehow. All of the choices I made me, all of the accidents yet to be. All that's ahead, it's all that's behind. It's all in the moments. Make up my mind, and open my heart. Start and start. 'Cause I'm always starting over every brand
Did you all have fun? Yeah, good. Well, we have a few things to commemorate your time with us. It takes a lot of hard work. Did you all work really hard to get here? Well, good. We want to make sure that we thank you for all that hard work. So we have this fabulous little plaque. I'm going to hand that to you so you can hold that up for everybody. That says, congratulations on your outstanding performance in the STARS performance program. And that is going to go to your lovely teachers up there who worked so hard to get you here. So say thank you to Christina Katsikas and Daniel Katz for all that they've done for you. You all did a beautiful, beautiful job. It was so much fun listening to you. So we have a certificate for each one of you to take home with you, and you can remember your time with us. We love having schools like you come out here and perform and have a great time. My handwriting is terrible and I can't spell your names very well, so I'm going to leave these with your lovely leaders and directors, and they'll give each of you these. And we also have, because we want you to stay hydrated, these fabulous water bottles for you to take home with you. Everybody say, woo. Fancy. Well, thank you all so much. Let's hear it one more time for our Fort Lauderdale High School.